The Lions strengthen their hold on the #1 seed in the NFC. New York fans are sad, and some are flying planes about it. The Chiefs doinked their way to another victory. Josh Allen scored 6 touchdowns and still lost. And the Cowboys suffered a loss that may have jeopardized Micah Parsons' mental health. Welcome to Shut Up Football. I'm Jeff Stoltzfus. That's Kevin. The NFL regular season candle is starting to get low, but there's still plenty of time to pour its hot wax all over the hairy chest of another NFL roast.
Before the game, a Lions fan was on the field making threatening gestures and yelling. A sickening act against the Packers. The Cowboys, sure, but not the Packers. They were forced to handle this the traditional Detroit way. Rap battle. The Lions were dealing with a litany of injuries, like finger. Seriously? He's on the IR for one finger. I tried a hip new street drug called Mufasa. It's a combination of Molly and Disney's The Lion King. I started hallucinating at Hakuna Matata in my neighbor's pool. Tucker Craft hopped to his feet like he was about to fight the Shredder. Okay, here we go again. Kill Matt LaFleur, F the refs as payback for all the times they fucked us, and marry Dan Campbell so I can lay my head on that aircraft carrier of a chest and talk about my day. Fans were waving the number 3. You gotta take pride, no matter how high you can count. Receiver Tim Patrick came out of nowhere for the Lions to score 2 touchdowns. Not since McVay have I seen a Tim that explosive. Dan Campbell is a gambling degenerate. He went for it on 4th down 5 times. I heard his car doesn't even have brakes. He ripped them out and replaced them with Slim Jims. If he was an Italian dish, he'd be called all manicotti or testosterone and cheese. In the final moments, Campbell eschewed the field goal again on 4th down. He didn't even look in kicker Jake Bates' direction.
Come on, coach. I do one thing and I do it infrequently. My entire resume is kicks ball.
Sorry, Jake. You should have joined a team with less grit. They picked up the 1st down, but not before Jared Goff was stepped on. The whole thing nearly fell apart faster than a Temu prom dress. Mike Tomlin explained to reporters his decision to switch from Justin Fields to Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson can throw the football.
Ouch! Wilson connected with Van Jefferson for a score. Pretty good for a guy named after the place he was conceived. But I guess it's better than his brother, public park bench Jefferson. Russell Wilson sat crisscross applesauce and shows which fans get to join him for a very special reading from his new children's book, Russell's Pizzeria, and
unlimited diarrhea.
Someone turned Chewbacca into a hat. There was a Kadarius Toney sighting, which is like a Sasquatch sighting, if Sasquatch drew penalties and turned the ball over like a doof. Jameis Winston is a balanced distributor of the ball. Offense, defense. He threw another pair of touchdowns and interceptions. TJ Watt said they have a turnover culture, likely with its own system of governance and currency, which I assume is a crypto called Hitcoin. Before the game, a plane circled MetLife Stadium with a banner that read, "Fix this dumpster fire." Amir Smith-Marset returned a punt for a touchdown, and there was a flag. Stop dancing, Amir. You look like an idiot now. Rizzy was pineapple on a pizza mad at punter Matthew Hayball. What did he do? Use both feet? Shake it off, Rizzy. Everyone's watching. Assume normal position. Derek Carr never saw the end of this game. He left with a serious boo-boo, and they had to drag Jake Haener out of whatever hand lotion commercial he was probably shooting. Jake Haener versus Drew Lock? Break out the crayons, now we got a party. Wake me up when Tim Tebow and Jamarcus Russell come in. The Giants had a chance to tie this game late, but Brian Breezy reached out like the hand of God and denied it. Some said Giants fans were actually cheering, whatever brings peace in the flames of New Jersey. Tua Tagovailoa has the best completion percentage in all of the NFL. Since his concussion, he's a new man. Score 1 for brain trauma. Sauce Gardner missed this game, presumably taking time to work on his family recipe. That thing from my nightmares was there. The Jets' rookie running backs are the best thing going for the team. Nice of them to triple down on a position they don't need. Calais Campbell is the oldest defensive player in the league. His father was a Minuteman, and his mother was a rotary phone. Aaron Rodgers saw a child in pain. These teams traded field goals in the final minutes, and this game went to overtime, now available on Kindle. Someone robbed this game of points. The AFC South is sadder than a Holocaust museum. Brian Thomas Jr. said Mac Jones is the funniest quarterback he's ever been around. Well, he certainly brings a smile to defenses. 2 picks in this game, no touchdowns, but at least he's guaranteed a few more seats for open mic at that Chuckle Hut. Santa Claus was there with his hetero life partner. Season's greetings, breeders. Will Levis threw no picks, no touchdowns. He had no opinions and gave 0 shits. The Jags turned him inside out and wore him like an ugly Christmas sweater. Mac Jones was juggling nothing. You can't fool me. Tank Bigsby had the game's only touchdown. Fitting that this game featured a tank. It was the lowest scoring game in the NFL this year. Looking for growth in these teams is like marking their height on the wall of a burning building. Kirk Cousins returned to Minnesota to die. No touchdowns. He threw another 2 interceptions. The worst thing I've seen Cousins do since that family reunion in West Virginia. They did a split screen of Kevin O'Connell and a butt. Sam Darnold continued to channel some sort of Nordic cock magic. He threw another 5 touchdowns and picked up Mjolnir. Justin Jefferson caught his first touchdown in 2 months. That's a lot of backed up gritty. He liked it so much he got another one. Jordan Addison got the other 3. It's only a matter of time before the people of Minnesota start seeing Sam Darnold in their toast. Aaron Jones got a score too. The Vikings used a sledgehammer to drive a nail. The Eagles were up to very serious bird business.
Milk me! Milk me.
The tush push is the Play-Doh fun factory of plays. I'm surprised Jalen Hurts doesn't come out as spaghetti on the other side. Bryce Young eluded defenders, but he was tackled by a high thread count. Damn you, fabric of our lives. He continued to show improvement, picking up key 4th downs. Tight end Grant Calcaterra got his first pro touchdown. Then he do-si-doed for like half an hour as Bryce Young clapped. He looks like he's cosplaying as Officer in Shooting. Saquon Barkley broke the Eagles' single-season rushing record. I hope he's celebrated by sending the Giants an edible arrangement of a butt. The Eagles survived the Panthers on a day with 108 passing yards. They'll get to the playoffs if they have to booty scoot there like a dog. I was in shock to learn that Todd Bowles doesn't. Baker Mayfield and Rashad White scorched the Raiders for 4 touchdowns. Rookie Jalen McMillan made the McMost out of his targets and scored twice. Snapping the ball is not one of the Raiders' strong suits. They botched another one. Sincere McCormick, which sounds like a cologne you'd find on your spice rack, brought something new to the Raiders' ground game. Yards. Antonio Pierce is a pretty good sport, considering any talk is a potential exit interview. It was a horrible day for Aiden O'Connell, who threw 2 picks, fumbled, and left injured. Players were praying for him, and not just because he's on the Raiders. Desmond Ridder came in relief, which was a relief to absolutely no one. This Raiders team is shining a negative light on plunderers everywhere. Kyler Murray was picked off twice in this game. Zach Charbonnet took over for an injured Kenneth Walker. 134 yards, 2 touchdowns. They used him in creative ways, like a jet sweep and building a fairy garden. Evan Washburn interviewed Coach Gannon for all of 5 seconds. 6 words or less, Gannon. We got TikToks to fill. Something broke in the Cardinals punter, and kicker Chad Ryland had to punt. I'm sure no one noticed. A leg is a leg. The Seahawks steamrolled over the Cardinals. Anytime an announcer says a team is
very much alive,
they aren't. The Bears were blanked until late in the 3rd quarter. Roma Dunze found a New York apartment's worth of space in the end zone, and finally got the Bears on the board. Caleb Williams threw a pass to no one. Unfortunately, it went incomplete. Replay called it a fumble. How dare you? This man is the 1st overall pick. When he fumbles, it's elegant, and you find it in the game highlights. Niners games are boring. Brock Purdy brings the excitement of golf. With his sensible haircut and his proper dental hygiene, he probably folds his socks. My only hope is George Kittle pranks a ref somehow, but he never does. It's just tongue-wagging and clocking in at the beef warehouse. If you wondered where all the points from the Jaguars Titans game went, they were smuggled into this game. Puka Nacua had 162 yards and 2 touchdowns. He dragged his piggies for one of the unbelievablest catches of the year. It was so good, it turned pointy skeleton with hair Tom Brady into a teenage girl.
oh my God.
I thought he was gonna rap about butts. The Rams blocked a punt and took it to the bank, or the house, or whatever.
To the crib.
No, not that. That's stupid. Brady only knows one way to describe good plays, and I am totally gonna ruin it for you.
A+ throw. A-plus catch, A-plus throw, A-plus catch.
It loses all value when you describe everything that way, Tom. Now I'm skeptical that you truly believe my nachos and back rubs are A+. This game was about a different quarterback, a better one. Josh Allen scored 6 touchdowns, 3 by air, 3 on the ground. One of them drove Mac Hollins to fight the air. Possibly a tactical move, as something was most definitely foul. Josh Allen was nearly tackled by bad breath. Matthew Stafford was efficient until his narcolepsy kicked in. Someone get the stick. It was a historic day for points. If only there were a way to grade this performance.
A-plus.
Tom Bahali showed me it was possible to have both too much and too little hair at the same time. What a battle! It was hardball versus hard arteries. Justin Herbert took a big hit early, which was ironic considering they were flagged for holding. Clearly they weren't holding enough. The Chargers had trouble moving the ball. Herbert kept running into different rooms and forgetting why he went in. They found him at the concession stand, braiding the mozzarella sticks. DeAndre Hopkins scored and lifted his leg, which is how it feels sometimes watching the Chiefs, like we're rocking the front row of a piss artist street showcase. The Chargers' first half highlights consisted mostly of them putting on their helmets and tying their cleats. Patrick Mahomes showed the passing mechanics of an electrified pool noodle. Tackle Chris Jones stopped play and demanded to know Naughty by Nature's best hit. What? Hip-hop hooray! The Walrus exhausted the clock, and the Chiefs trotted out their third different kicker to make a game-winning field goal this season. These are not single-use items. Think of the planet. It was Orange Crush Cooper Rush versus Joe Burrow. One of these fan bases is gonna implode tonight. The porous Bengals defense made Rico Dowdle look like Barry Sanders. They said God was watching the Cowboys, and if he was, it was probably like this. Jamar Chase generated nearly 200 yards of offense and 2 touchdowns. Chase Brown's kids got skinny down the sideline for a score, and he hopped into Santa's asshole. Is that what that is? Well, it sure is Sparky. Unfortunately, he was denied. They fat-shamed his tootsies and called him out of bounds. You're out of bounds! ESPN brought in their rules analyst, who looked like his side hustle was CEO of a Bible college. Bengals kicker Cade York is dating a Cowboys cheerleader. That's a pretty good pull for a position that gets less cardio than the refs. They're basically the bathroom attendant of the NFL. The league is testing out body cameras on the players. Let's go live to one of them now. You know what, he looks busy. The Cowboys blocked a punt, and one of them tried to field the ball. But much like the original Star Wars, they should have left it alone. The Bengals recovered, and Zach Taylor looked like a kid who discovered a secret trove of smut mags and candy in the forest. It was a different feeling across the field, where Micah Parsons relived the moment he was drafted by the Cowboys. Another self-inflicted soul-crushing night in Texas. It appears Cade York isn't the only one fucking the Cowboys.
And now the soft pretzel of the week.
Yummy.
This week, the pretzel goes to Sam Darnold. Everybody thought it was a joke when the Vikings hired Sam Darnold, especially when they drafted the next Blake Bortles and young J.J. McCarthy. But J.J. never got a chance to play because he tore his meniscus. We all know what that is. So the Vikings couldn't fart around and play the whole when will the rookie take over game. Well, who's laughing now? Through 14 weeks, Darnold has thrown for 3,300 yards, 28 touchdowns, 10 picks, and has the third best passer rating in the league. The Vikings are 11-2 and looking at the playoffs. And likely, Darnold is gonna get paid this offseason. Kudos, Sam Darnold. You deserve it. You escaped New York and you made everybody eat crow, myself included. And for that, you can eat a pretzel. Stay salty, my friend. Thanks for watching Shut Up Football. Please leave your comments below. Say hi to your mom for me, and we'll see you next week. Peace.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.